So,
Okay.
all right, this is Sam Spence, Band of Brothers. I just wanted to kind of recap what we covered with our ox hand or the egg cutter so far. We've gotten all the way through the head turn throw. As we're doing these, nobody's just going to stand there, right? So as we're sitting here, hitting a throat or something like that, there's going to be a reaction. I'm going to focus this video on the reaction of them backing away and maybe standing up, or backing away and putting their throat down. But either the case with the head, they're still backing away. And that's what we're going to focus on today in this video. So the first thing we're going to do is just get back to our egg cutter. So again, however you want to do so, get to this position here and hit your egg cutter shot. There's a previous video out there that has a bunch of different ways of how to get into this video or into this position. Jeez. And then from that position, some follow-ups. But for right now, let's just say we hit this shot and all of a sudden they just start backing up. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is once this hits and they start to back away, and this is going to be hard to see without a partner, but as they start to back away, I take the hand that just hit the ox hand and I rotate it. I either hit with the forearm, or I hit with a knife edge in my hand, or I hit with the palm. But this is now connected on the back of their head. This hits them in the throat. As they back away, I chase behind them and I push this through. At that point there, I'm continuing to push their face up. Okay, so again, however you can get into this egg cutter position, take this and roll this shot here. From this position here, you can very simply just go to striking, or from this position here, so I hit my egg cutter, from this position here, now I can start working some different takedowns, some different throws, that sort of thing. But the base of this, plus a lot of the other stuff that I've got written out for you guys today, is going to be this sort of hit your ox hand and roll it through. If you're in our Kali program, you'll notice that as an Abanico with tick motion. Okay? So the first follow-up I want you to do from this is once you hit your ox hand to your egg cutter, once you rotate this and push, you're just going to take your left thumb and you're going to throw it out and you're going to wipe your right thumb through there. So you're in this position here, hit here, push, and you can switch your leads and rake the thumbs, rake the hands, whatever you want to do, but we're hitting soft targets as we go. Okay? Simple, effective. Next one we're going to do is we're going to work our palm strike. Okay? So we're going to hit this motion. I get my egg cutter. Right from here, as they back up, I just take this hand off of the back of their head and I just shove it straight up underneath their jaw, continuing to help them fall backwards. So the mindset behind this is I hit, and as I hit, they might pull away, they might get their head free from my grip. As they do, I just follow it behind and I push that shot through there. Again, continuing this motion, trying to off balance them. At that point, what I would prefer to do is you get them off balance, As you're pushing, you start driving in your kicks, okay? So you get them going back like this, and then you chop a leg shot in there, or you chop a rib shot in there, whatever the kick might be. You can even throw a knee in there, but I like hitting the low line after you've occupied the high line, and you have their head tilted back, okay? Where the head goes, the body's going to follow. Now, next option we're going to do is from that same sort of mechanic. I hit this motion here, they start backing away, I miss this, but instead of going for the face push, I just take this and I give a big shovel hook straight to the solar plexus, straight to the center of the body, right? So as I'm in this position here, I hit my egg cutter, they start to back away, I miss this, I might fold this shot in here and then stick this shot. Or I might just go straight to this shot. Okay, the idea is you're just gonna try and fold them down with that. After that, you can follow up with what you wanna follow up with, you can kick them, you can run, whatever you need to do. So that's our next option is you take this shot here, hit this, dig that shot. Next one we're gonna do involves a takedown. So once you get to this position, you hit this egg cutter. They're backing up, they're either folded down or they're already up like this. You might have already done this as sort of a prefix, but at this point here, you're gonna shoot in for a single or a double leg. Whatever you're more comfortable with, whatever you've practiced the most. If you haven't practiced, a ton of really effective takedowns and whatnot, single and double leg, just think of it as a tackle, right? You can just tackle them instead of picking them up and dropping them. But from this position here, I have this shot. I fold this and I shoot in for the single leg takedown. Or I shoot in for a double. And as I do, you pick them up and you drop them. You can either stand back up, they're on the ground, you are not, or you can follow them back down, you can keep going on the ground in any sort of locking or striking that you prefer. But you have your single and you have your double leg takedown. Again, these are kind of awkward to do without a partner. Next one we're going to do is kicking on the low line. So once you get this position, you have your ox hand egg cutter motion. You might bring this hand up or you might not. They might have backed out of the way already on you. So at that point here, you just go straight into low line kicking. You take this rear leg and jam that into the knee. You take this rear leg, jam it into the groin, or you can use the same options with your lead leg. We covered a lot of lead leg kicking in another video, and that would be a great sort of tool set to add as they're backing up. You start attacking their legs or maybe their waist down with your kicks. Okay, so that way you're targeting low as they're already off balance. Next one we're going to do is going to be dependent upon range. So if I happen to have this motion here and they take like a step or two back, you might be able to slide in and get your foot behind theirs and either get your outside foot sweep or get a Kinjitsuko. Again, it's going to be dependent upon how that person moves after this shot, how far they move. If they're going like this and they're going way back, you're not going to pull that one off. But if they just kind of go here and they kind of stutter step a few times, you definitely would be able to slide in and either sweep this or slide in and dump that shot there. That is a good start to options, okay? The options just explode as you start having some reps in, especially with a partner who will give you some energy. But as far as doing this on your own without a partner, that is definitely a good start for you. So just as a recap, we've got the turning of our hand, hitting here, or hitting here, right? Once you get that motion here, again, you can use that as a prefix for pretty much everything else we have done. You have your straight palm strike to the jaw. You have an uppercut to the solar plexus. Probably going to go out of order with these. You have your single or double leg takedown. You have your kicking at the low line legs. And then you also have your Kinjitsuko or outside foot sweep. So I hope this makes sense, especially since I'm doing this out of partner. Hopefully I'll be able to get somebody in here and I can throw them around a little bit and we'll be able to film this a little bit more realistically. So thank you very much. All right, so very fortunate for me and all of you, my wife, Samantha, is volunteering to be a little bit of a test dummy. So that way I can actually show you a little bit about how this is actually going to fly here. So this, I think, is your first YouTube video, isn't it?
Yes.
So what we're going to deal with first is just kind of recapping. I'm just going to put this in at the beginning and at the end of our reaction based on backing up video. So from this position here, I take this shot right away. She backs up. As she backs away, actually we need to move it this away. As she backs away, because that shot just hit her in the head, then I rotate this and I start pushing with my forearm. Okay, I'm being very gentle, right? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So this motion here can be the forearm, or it can be a shot, or it can be a palm as you rotate, but you just continue to push this motion back, and then you can follow up with whatever you want to follow up with. Next thing we're going to cover with this is the palm strike pushback, okay? So this goes here like this. I get my egg cutter. This hits. As this hits, she starts to fly back. She doesn't like it. This now rotates, and I push this all the way through, okay? So again, after the egg cutter hits, here like so, she continues to kind of follow it back because I just knocked her back a bit. This goes all the way through here like this, okay? Next option from that same position. Once I hit this, she's going to be backing up. Now, I kind of give her a little lift here, and I give a big old shovel hook right to the sternum, and then this goes right through. Okay, you go straight into boxing again. So from this position here, lift this up, big uppercut, and follow up with your boxing. Next one, we're not going to actually do the takedowns. We want to make sure we protect her back, so now YouTube knows you had back problems. But basically, when I get to this position here like this, as she's backing up, I'm going to shoot in for the single leg, or I'm going to shoot in for a double leg, okay? Those are going to be your options there as she's backing up. So again, as she's backing up, I shoot in for a single or a double. Those are the two options for the takedown there. Next one we did was the kicks at the low line. This shot hits here like so. and as she's backing up, I start driving my legs into hers. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. Next option and last option was from this position here. As she's starting to back up, I take a couple stutter steps and I slide this foot in behind hers and I slide that shot. What was that about taking down? And then the last option, we did was if I get behind here like so, I can slide in and I can shoot this takedown in here, which would be a Kinjit Seiko. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you all. I appreciate this very much.